My dear aficionados, I come to you today realizing that as a travesty has been committed. Going through, I'm pretty sure I haven't reviewed a Plasencia on my channel, the London Cigar Society, with me, Gideon. So today is time to rectify that. I'm sitting here with a wonderful air-cooled V-twin on my chest on a day that happens to be the hottest in human history. So Plasencia are probably my favourite New World cigars. The Generation 5, 602, all the Alma Fuerte range, not the Alma del Fuego, which I think is horrific. 149 okay, but a tasty little treat. That is the Reserva Originale Perfecto, the original Reserva Perfecto. Forgotten the credentials. It's 3.5 inches or along those lines. Let's have a look. 3 7/8 by 52. Smoked it for the first time recently. Oh, I didn't know. This one's got a cracked cap. Let me just sort that out. Not good stuff. Although they do have a little pigtail normally, but mine seems to have come out of its sheath without it, and the draw is actually good already. Take off that little thing, discard it into the ashtray. Cheers. What a wonderful day. Oh, it's on both sides. A cracking TV show and film. Tintin. Hergé. Let's get to cutting, and actually I'm not going to bother cutting this one, I don't think. Maybe I'll just nip it. No, I'm just worried that if I cut anything off that, wrapper's just going to crack. Let's just cut it. That's silly. We want the full experience. I smoked this the other day and I just thought, wow, that's a special treat, an unexpected delight. It's extraordinarily warm here today. Yeah, that's a lot better. A lot better indeed. Hope everyone's having a tremendous Sunday. I spent it bless me. I do in fact hold the world record for the most consecutive sneezes. I've started the day today how every Sunday should be started, with a dear friend of mine, Rick Stein, and his Far Eastern Odyssey. I've had an exquisite breakfast of fried eggs and sauteed potatoes. Now, a lovely little perfecto. I did have the Generation 5 in the humidor, which is a formidable sort of beast. And I thought on a day like this, when I'm sort of sweating already and I haven't even started, I'll just go for the little perfecto. But this proves my point. How much I like Plasencia. I think their branding is horrific. I hate the bands. Don't know if you can see that. You'll have all seen Plasencia cigars before. If you haven't, I'm sure they'll have them at your local cigar merchant. I think the branding is terrible. It's looks like some rock climbing gear, not some fine cigars. But nevertheless, they are my favourite New World cigars. So that says a lot about the flavour profile and the quality of these delightful little sticks. Or large sticks if you're smoking the 601 or 2. Flavours tremendous. And they're nice and strong, most of them. This one's starting better than the one I had the other day. I think because the other one had more of a taper, so it took a bit longer to get going. This one's smoking wonderfully, straight off the bat, I believe is the expression. On that note, I will say, cheers to you. And of course, cheers to me. So good. Smoked the last one, sat down watching that new Netflix documentary. Only TV I watched this week was that Netflix documentary about finding bones in that weren't human. You know, that they were discovering some new bones. And I was just sat there doing this, getting the smoke in my face. It's just a wonderful smelling cigar. There's something about it. It smells so perfumed, so leathery, aromatic. It's like an incense stick, but one that you want to smoke. Flavour-wise, strength-wise, it feels sort of medium to full. I haven't actually looked at what it's classed as yet, but I think I'm guessing it's going to be around medium to full. There's cashew nuts, there's leather. It's very pleasurable. I need a handkerchief. I don't know if it's hay fever season again. Wonderful. Well, I hope you all go out and have a wonderful Sunday. Maybe try Plasencia Perfecto. Not sponsored. Certainly not sponsored. But I wouldn't be adverse to it for sure. I'm just going to give it a tiny little touch up. Probably didn't need it. I'm just doing it for fun. Let's have a little look about this cigar then. As we know, it's a little Perfecto. It's a double Figurado. It's a cigar. 3 7/8 by 52. Strength medium. Plasencia Cigars, the leading producer of premium cigars and the largest producer of tobacco in Central America, was awarded first place in a consumer cigar blind tasting held by Manuel's, one of the finest and most renowned cigar shops in Zurich, Switzerland. The award was conferred for its Alma del Campo, which I haven't heard of or tried, one of the company's first brand name cigars to be introduced to the market. Plasencia's goal is to use the best leaves of aged tobacco exclusively in their cigars, leaving them in the hands of the best collaborators in the field and artists of the factories. Wow. You can tell that aged tobacco is used in these cigars. You don't open these sort of cellophane packets, which I believe are actually organic material. They're made out of cellulose, so fully biodegradable. That is the case with most cigars that comes in wrappers. They're not actually plastic. But my point was, when you pull it out, you don't get that smell of ammonia that you do from a fresher cigar. That's just such a good room note. Plasencia Reserva Original. Plasencia Reserva Original has the very same taste that captivates the Europeans more than 5 centuries ago when they arrived in the New World. Reserva Original is the only cigar made with 100% organic tobacco from Esteli in Jalapa, going back in time to rediscover the original taste of tobacco with consistency through the whole cigar, with a great draw and impeccable construction, of course. It didn't say of course, but I did add that. The leaves in this blend have been aged for more than 5 years. What better way to start a Sunday morning? if you'd like some wonderful book recommendations. Starts off a little spicier. When I say a little spicier, it's not a particularly spicy cigar. There was just more spice. Now it's mellowed out a little bit. Very mild, very pleasant. Smooth and buttery, very Cuban-esque. Still definitely a Nicaraguan cigar, and not by any means even trying to sort of impersonate a Cuban cigar. But it's got that lovely characteristic that you get from something of a mild Cuban portfolio, but then with a bit more strength and excuse me, a little bit more strength and depth. I just think it's terrific. I want to pick up some of them. They also make a Robusto, a Toro, and then a larger double Figurado. I think they all sound maybe even a Churchill in the Reserva Original as well. I think they all sound exquisite. I've only tried the Perfecto. If you've made it this far, this is the first time I'm saying it in this video, please give I did actually say I'd never say this in my videos, but please give my video a like if you enjoy my content. Obviously tobacco content is very hard to promote now, and no platforms like pushing it out, so it's quite hard to grow an audience. So if you would be so kind as to leave a like on the video, or a comment and a like, even a negative comment, they all do the same thing. And plus I really enjoy the negative comments as well. Fantastic reading. I obviously prefer the nice comments a lot more. Actually, having said that, YouTube, it's all nice comments really. It's only on TikTok where people have sort of fake profiles and like to spout hate for some reason. But it's wonderful reading, much amusement. Quick slurp for me. Cheers. I hope you're having a relaxing Sunday. I think I've decided today is going to be maximum relaxation. I usually start the day with a little meditation and breathing exercises, and then Rick Stein and a snooze, breakfast, cigar review. And I think I'm just going to have an afternoon of snoozing and watching an old war film perhaps. Or even an old western. A very relaxing Sunday. Let's talk about this cigar. The Plasencia Reserva Original line features notes of nuts, fruit and caramel with delicious nuance of marzipan and final hints of cedar. Terrific. Some reviews. First review here by Matthew. A great bitter forward blend. A great bitter forward blend. I'm not sure what that means. Medium with black coffee and distinct almond note past the middle. Easy draw and an even burn. I definitely recommend. I would also definitely recommend. Thank you very much, Matthew. Edward. Rather mild, making me think about 3 stars. But think it's the best I've tasted for some time, apart from Cohiba. I'll give it a 5 stars. Okay, Edward doesn't seem to really know what he's talking about there. But he did score it correctly. Correctly indeed. 5 stars. The only thing that I don't like about this cigar is it does burn warm. It does burn a little bit too warm. Or because I'm puffing on it a bit too hard because I enjoy it too much. Peter. An excellent cigar with notes of malt all the way through. Medium strength, great draw, was never harsh. I imagine that's harsh. Even to the very end. Highly recommend. Agreed. It's very good reviews for this. Next review by Paul. It's all the apostles. Peter, Paul. Okay. Delicious. Great amount of smoke with delightful flavours. 5 stars from Paul. James. What a beautiful, unique flavoured cigar. What is in a class of its own? Next order will definitely be a box of them. Best cigars on the market. Wow. He really did enjoy them. Didn't enjoy his apostrophe this. For any of his punctuation actually. I am dyslexic. Robert, I consider these little torpedoes a bargain. Fantastic smoke, and will smoke right to the last available draw, as I did in the last one. I actually only just put it into the bin. It was still in my ashtray. It was just the smallest little bit. I was trying not to burn my fingers. Fantastic smoke, will smoke right to the last available draw. They're good to bulk out the humidor too. Interesting. Great smoke for the evenings, I suppose. Okay, last review. Here we are. Stephen. Oh, Robert was 5 stars as well. Beautiful cigar. I have to admit, it wasn't something I was expecting much from. It wouldn't be the usual shape I go for, but I was immensely impressed with this stick. Flawless construction and great draw. Plenty of smoke and flavour that developed very quickly after lighting. Looking forward to getting a few more of these to stock up the humidor. Steve. 5 stars as well. So that every review there, 5 stars. Wonderful. Most illuminating. Well done, Plasencia. 5 stars from all. If my review was up there, it would also contain 5 stars. It's nice to think it's organic as well. I'd imagine a lot of the cigars we smoke could potentially be organic. I don't know how much chemical fertilizer is getting used in Cuba. Probably not a lot. One, they probably can't afford it, and two, they're probably using natural products. One would hope and assume, but I'll do some digging, maybe we can speak about that in the next review. But this is certified organic from the Soil Association. If you've ever done any dealings with Chinese manufacturing companies that deal in organics, you'll know that that actually is just a piece of paper that can be bought. Hopefully not the same in Nicaragua. Not doubting this little stick's credentials one bit. I can hear my fan on next to the door there, but it's going to be too loud for the camera if I open it. But I'm yearning for that breeze. It is stifling in here. So let's talk about this little stick. There's wonderful nutty notes. There's that buttery cashew nut, like cashew nut milk, buttered bread, buttered toast. Fruits, I'm not sure I'm getting any fruit. I was smoking the Alma del Fuego maybe yesterday or the day before, and I was getting very pronounced sort of red currants, black cherries. Right at the end, I thought the first sort of 2/3 of that cigar were actually a strength bomb with no flavour. Last third was actually quite delicious. There's almonds, there's peanuts, there's cashew nuts, there's leather. Very, very mild sort of baking spices like cinnamon. Let's go for a retro now. Little bit of pepper. Little bit of pepper, but very nice. Trying to put my finger on it. It's that toast. It's that sort of Cheerios in the morning. want each Cheerios. One's of a gluten-free disposition currently. It really is. It's like cereals. It's like creamy cereals in the morning for breakfast. Stupendous. This does feel a lot stronger than the one I had the other day. Half an inch in, and I can feel a little bit of nicotine. Just a smidgen. The last one I smoked, I got right the way down to here, and it felt like there was almost no nicotine in there. Could have been it was a heavy day of smoking cigars, so sort of being medium bodied. I think it was actually might have been the day I smoked that Alma del Fuego, which was very strong. I may have had something else in the morning, so maybe that nicotine sort of was dissipating and I was just topping it up a little bit. But I can certainly tell there's a little bit of nicotinoids going on in here. Fascinating compound. If you're into Andrew Huberman's podcast, you'll know that there's lots of interesting studies about sort of protective nature of nicotine for the brain, prevention of Alzheimer's, etc. Unfortunately, it is a vasoconstrictor though. So make sure if you're smoking, make sure you're having dark chocolate, nitrous oxide, rich things like beetroot juice, vitamin C, quercetin, raw onions, etc. What a wonderful thing cigars really are. Time for contemplation, relaxation, meditation, enjoyment. Time to spend with oneself or among company, as I've always spoken about. But I've really enjoyed just sitting down, getting a little bit of relaxing music on, or just listening to the sounds of the city and having a lovely cigar in the evenings. I sit up on my balcony. Whenever I've got a cigar up there, people love having conversations, especially when they've had a few drinks and it's late at night and they're walking past. People love having a chat. People always seem to be really nice when you're smoking cigars as well. Don't know what it is. Certainly the majority of people that you come across in cigar lounges are going to be nice guys, nice girls, nice human beings. Let's just deband this before it starts burning. Or first of all, let's get a little cover shot. The Plasencia Original, what is it? Reserva Original Perfecto. There we are. And it's got a band that doesn't want to come off. It does burn hot, which is why I would like to try one of the other Vitolas. Maybe I'll review it at some stage on the channel. We can all smoke along. I keep forgetting to notify my dear aficionados of upcoming reviews so we can smoke together, but I will get better at that. It's terrific. There's richness, there's smoothness. Doesn't time just fly when you're having fun? I don't know how that is all I've smoked in 24 minutes, but maybe my camera's playing up, who knows. I think I was saying how nice it was, but who knows. There is evolution. I do remember the last one I smoked, it did get sort of rich and marzipan-y, and if that's even a word, I'm sure it is. If it's not, it is now. lots of sort of marzipan, and obviously it's intensifying as the as you smoke down. Getting a little more woody, for sure. More leather. Leather's been there throughout. I think I am actually going to say this is in. Let me just have another taste before I say something that I don't agree with. This is in my top 5 cigars. If I was to smoke a larger vitola, it might even go even higher. The only thing about this is it's not long enough. You're getting halfway down, your fingers are getting warm, and you're thinking, I need more. It's terrific. It's terrific. It really is. That will hold its own next to any Cuban cigar. And you don't get the construction issues, and it's cheap, so all round terrific, wonderful sort of wonderful cigar. When I say it's cheap, I mean can't actually remember how much it is. I think it's £17, which as cigars go in the UK is cheap. I know if you're in the United States of America, you can probably pick these up for the same price as a packet of chewing gum. Our import tax over here is unfortunately quite extortionate. Sitting here today, it is £317 per kilo coming into the United Kingdom. Worth it for worth every penny when you're puffing on this Plasencia Perfection. It's probably got the nicest room note of any New World cigar I've ever smoked. One of the best flavour profiles of any current production cigar. So this is down as being medium body, but if this was a Cuban cigar, this would be medium to full, if not full, actually, I'm pretty sure. Nicaraguan cigars are stronger. If you have a full-bodied Nicaraguan cigar, if you have the 602 up against a Partagas E2, they're chalk and cheese. It makes the Partagas E2 seem like a Paul Aranyaga Petite Corona. It's that volcanic soil. There's pepper, there's spice. But what Plasencia does so well is it's not overwhelming. The reason I don't get on so well with Padron is I like their flavour, I just think they're overly spicy and overly peppery for the flavour with the Maduros. Whereas I just think Plasencia have got it spot on. With their logos and their branding, not so much, but that's a personal thing. I like the old school, traditional style. They're going more with the sort of mountaineering tech guru style. There's some red currants coming in. There is some marzipan-y sort of flavours coming in now already. Don't remember them coming in this soon last time, but it's sort of raisins or prunes or plums, dried plums, which are prunes, aren't they? It's raisins, it's prunes, it's black cherries. And that sort of creamy cashew nut buttery flavour mellowing down slightly as the earthy sort of woody notes are becoming more pronounced. Burn is wonderful, construction fantastic apart from the pigtail falling off, ash holding wonderfully, flavour exquisite. It only gets better, starts good, starts great, gets even better as the cigar is being smoked. A lovely little black coffee to accompany me on this wonderful review that has been done by me, the London Cigar Society. Hope you have a fantastic Sunday, and I will see you again for the next review very soon, next Sunday, and I'll let you know on my Instagram what we're going to be reviewing sometime in the week, so stay tuned. The same handle, you can search for the London Cigar Society on all platforms such as TikTok, Instagram and YouTube. Auf Wiedersehen. Exquisite.